What's up, folks? Alright, we should be good to go here, I think. Unless Chris comes screaming for an emergency. Otherwise, I think we're good to go for a little bit of Pillars of Eternity. I'm probably going to need another glass of iced tea here in a minute, though. I do not need my glasses when I'm playing on the TV. Thought I did, but I don't. What were we working on? I think we're going after the assassin at large now. Theos has killed the Duke and Lady Webb and sent Defiance Bay into chaos, but Lady Webb saw where he intended to go next, to the city of Twin Elms. It is there I must go if there's any chance of catching up to him. And that also gives me the opportunity to do the quest for Pelagina. Because she also needed to go to Twin Elms. And we couldn't get there before because of the lake. Alright, Ella says, as you cross the bridge, Allah drives up beside you. The fires of Defiance Bay cast a shivering, flickering light across one half of his face. The other is in darkness.
Please stop. I need to tell you something.
Go ahead.
I have not been entirely honest about my motives for traveling with you up to this point. When I finished my training in Adir, I was introduced to an organization. All I knew was that they were opposed to the unchecked spread of animancy, and that they could guarantee me postings far away from the Seathwood my father and his earl. At that time, it was enough.
The plot thickens.
In the early years, I thought of them as many things. Hooded men, prudent teachers, the leaden key. Their rules were strict, but their guidance was clear. I sincerely believe they wanted to keep Kith from the folly of their own foolish ambitions. I came to the Deerwood a little over a year ago. My orders were to gather information on animancy in the region. A senior contact met with me every few months to receive my reports and issue new leads. She sent me to Gilded Vale to keep an eye on events surrounding the local lord, but I lost track of her shortly after that. I don't know if she was reassigned, killed, or sacrificed, the way you saw. By the time you met me, I'd been on my own for a couple of months.
So what exactly are you looking for?
I needed some kind of direction. And after that scrape with the locals, I was ready to get out of town. But then you mentioned the hooded figures in the machine, and I was sure you were on the trail of the leaden key. And I was correct in a way. What we found wasn't what I expected.
Welcome to the channel.
I knew the leaden key was trying to stop animancy, but I didn't realize how far they'd gone. Murder, sabotage, abandoning entire districts to shambling horrors. And now the whole city is up in flames. I'm still not sure about animancy, but I know I've been following the wrong master. Please, accept my apology and my service. Let me fight with you to stop Theos.
And what do you really expect us to do with this too-late confession? Trust you on your word?
With all your supposed extra senses, you let this happen? How like a watcher to miss what's right in front of his eyes because he's too busy nosing in the ether. I still kind of feel attached, even with the betrayal. He's got this way of taking offense that I really like. Tough one. Ooh, I have lots of good options. Apology accepted, or do I go really, like, good guy and say, I forgive you, but I want you beside me, not behind me. I'm not asking you to trade one master for another. Yeah, why not? Let's go super nice.
That would be an honor.
His voice is solemn and quiet. Alright, let's... I don't need to know more. Let's go. Alright, now we gotta go back to, I think it's the Gorge. Oh, you know what though? Hold that thought. Where are we at with the castle? Water lines added. Oh, my requests. Let me read it. We're gonna get a helmet out of it. Okay, Ratoi merchant ship was sunk by the Adrian pirates off the eastern coast of Red Ceres. Before the ship collapsed into the waves, the pirates made off with a variety of precious treasures, many of which were experimental animacy implements or nautical devices intended for Defiance Bay and Spirento. The concerned would-be recipients of the cargo are discreetly inquiring about potential help. Their hope is to recover the shipments before the pirates learn the value of what they've taken. Okay, we can... Oh, I need to go back because there's somebody there looking for an audience with me as well. Let's go ahead and assign the hunter girl. Alright, and now let's definitely go to Cadnoir because that person has asked for an audience with me. So we shall comply.
Gelade, well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too vulnerable to cannons.
Oh, it's nice to be able to get back and stream for a little bit. It's been so busy the last week. I don't think I've streamed since Sunday? And that wasn't a gameplay stream. That was a...
I have heard terrible things. I worried you would not return. Is it true that there are riots in Defiance Bay, and that Avar Wolfgren has been slain?
Yes, and I'll make Theos pay for what he's done. I am sure you will, my lord, and much does he deserve it. May the gods harry his every step. I am glad above all that you are unharmed. I can only hope that Defiance Bay recovers. Alright, what's the state of the keep? It seems you have quite the esteemed visitor, a veteran of the Saints' War. He's an inspiration to your gods and makes for fascinating conversation, I've found. I wonder if it wouldn't be worthwhile to have someone take his account down on parchment. Well, on to business. Where do I find the prestigious visitor? Because I didn't see him in here. Let's look this person up real quick. Found in the Great Hall as a random event. Well, I'm in the Great Hall, are I not? Ah, right here. I don't wish to trouble you, but I could use your help in a personal matter. Alright, what is it? You call your allies together and motion for the petitioner to step forward. This is harder to say than I thought it'd be. My name is Odenia. I fought in the Saints' War, same as most of my kin. I followed orders no more, but between one thing and another, I guess I made my reputation for myself. They call me a hero. Every street I walk down, I get handshakes and comments. The dozens, they act like I'm some sort of figurehead for their schemes. For the things I've done, I don't get much sleep. The last thing I need is all this attention. All I want is some peace, please. The only one I can turn to. Sounds like you could use some rest. Head out into the woods, you mean? I won't find rest in Defiance Bay. Seems like half my neighbors are in the dozens. You're welcome to stay here until you're ready to return. Or I could talk to the dozens, ask them to back off. How about you're welcome to stay here until you're ready to return? Really? That'd be wonderful. Just a little time would be enough, I'm sure of it. Thank you, my lord. Okay, so we have a guest for a little while. It's kind of groovy. Alright, let's, is there anything else we can build? Oops. I totally skipped past that. Hold on. Oh yeah, we already did that one. Okay. Upgrades. Just whatever's the next. I've built all the security ones, so at this point I really don't care. Excuse me.
I must say, I'm impressed.
I feel like I'm about 2/3 of the way done with the game now. I could be wrong. let's go down to the gorge. Security reports that Domino thugs will attack the stronghold in 5 days. I should go back and deal with that. Because every time I've left my companions and people to do it, I end up, part of the keep gets destroyed. It's better for me to just take care of it myself.
Well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know. Not by the sea. Too vulnerable
To cannons, yes, we know. We've heard it a million times, Pelagina. Alright, let's see. Manual resolve. Next. Take the grimoire. Oh, I need to sell too. I don't have a merchant here yet, do I? But there is one in the other town, which I'm going to have to go to probably. I don't think I have my merchant here yet. Let's go double check real quick. We need to sleep anyway, so.
Gelade. Well done. A formidable fortress in the old style. We don't build them like this anymore, you know.
Let's do Woodland Trails bonus. Yep. Half asleep, a tide of deafening whispers assails you, chipping away at your senses, at your mind's understanding of itself. Their roar is louder with each passing night, their attacks more brazen, less confined to your subconscious. A familiar voice fights its way through the din, calling out to you.
Hey! Hey! You gotta stop it with that. Just about punched you to snap you out of it. You're saying things, but there weren't any words I ever heard. You're shaking so hard I thought you'd crack your spine.
What happened to a bucket of cold water? He shrugs and looks away, concealing his smile poorly. Alright. What would I do without a friend to punch me?
Needed. I'd evoke you sooner, but I thought it'd be nice for you to be able to close your eyes a bit. Folks don't last long without sleep. You're twitchy these days. Reminds me of Mayorwald more than I like. Anything I can do, you just let me know. We're close on this one. Hang on a little longer. We'll get you fixed up.
Alright. Losing our mind is what it sounds like because of all the soul stuff. Yeah, I haven't repaired this yet, so I don't think I have any merchants in the keep yet.
I must say, I'm impressed.
Craft hole. I can't. Oh, there is somebody here. Okay. No, it's a mercenary. Alright, what's in here? I don't even know what I've built yet because I've built so much stuff, but I was mostly focused on the security at first. Okay, there is a dude here.
Hail and well met.
Ah, sweet. I can sell at my keep now. Oh, I need to remember to try to let my animals go. I don't know if you can or not. was that ring? Oh, I better not sell that. Gosh. Those don't seem that nice. Alright, I think we've sold everything. Alright. What happens if I drop the cat here? How about this? Actions. Nope. How about... Oh, hold up. They're equipable. What? This whole time I've been carrying these things around.
Not as beautiful as the Anguithan ruins near my home, but
No frickin' way.
your fortress is impressive in its own little way.
So that whole time I didn't realize that these pets were equipable. So I've got this little drake right there. They don't seem to do anything. It's just cosmetics. Hold up now. Can everybody have a pet? Nope, only the main character. Okay. So I have a cat. Everybody knows I'm a cat person, so the question is, do I want the black and white cat? Or the black cat? I don't know, I like that black and white cat. That's pretty cute. By the way, I found a TikTok this morning that gave me all the feels. Because it was about cat dad stuff, you know, cat person stuff. Like if you have a cat, these are these things that are really amazing about having a cat. Not everybody's a cat person. Chris was not a cat person. She still has her moments when she's like, meh. But all you have to do is go watch her, go look at her TikTok account, and you'll see all sorts of videos of her with Frodo in particular, Frodo and Sam. Like this whole morning, she let Sam in on the bed, and he was just getting all sorts of love and attention here on the bed. They don't get to come into the office all the time, but she recorded a whole bunch of videos, so those will end up as shorts eventually. All right. Curio shop construction completed. Well, I'm not going back at the moment. Oop, Adair's got something to say.
Say what you want about Dear Woodens, but they haven't met the problem yet that they couldn't solve by killing some scapegoats.
You fight for people because you see something there that deserves defending. Even more so because someone you trust sees it too. Then you turn around and they do something like this, and the person who made you want to help them is gone. People never fail to disappoint without guidance. Not the ones around here. They're downright regular about it. 15 years ago, they tried to kill all the Athosians. Then the legacy happens, and they worry that maybe those purges had something to do with it, so how do they fix it? More purges. Never thought I'd find myself missing the hospitality back home. Alright, thank you, Adair. Alright, we're going out here, because the water should be down now. This is where I thought there was like a bug, and I realized that it's because the water levels were high, and you're not allowed to go beyond that point until Act 3. There we go. We can finally go down.
I'll take a peek.
He arrives at last. Well, well, well. A woman in robes, flanked by an armed group, savors every word before whispering the next. Finally. You should have remained in Defiance Bay. She draws a smile, pale and full, droops below her recessed chin. But I'm glad you didn't have any better sense. I've looked forward to this since the day you got in our way. It's her, the other one. Woman in the group motions. I didn't realize these are women before I did the voices. Whatever. We're looking for her too. So they're trying to get Pelagina as well. A dark-skinned woman with feathers. There can't be too many of your kind around these parts, can there? Pelagina's feathers ruffle, and the golden irises of her eyes grow thin, swallowed by the blackness of her widening pupils. And why would you be looking for me, amiga? The same reason I'm looking for him. You should know, little bird, no one wants to hear songs about conspiracies. It just makes us want to wring your neck. Any last words? Yeah, let's just get it over with.
Damn the ambassador. I told him there was a conspiracy. Again and again, I was ignored. Then the Duke's death, the riots, and now this. If the Leaden Key is targeting me, we need to warn the ambassador in first fires.
That's one way to roll. I'll probably forget what it was halfway through the conversations usually, but I try to do something. Oh, finally. Oh, wait, though. Ooh, mushrooms.
Levaru, beyond.
A lizard scurries under the rock. Oh, my cat even meows. How cool is that? Alright. Let's see. Trigger the map there. Okay. Elm Shore. So I can go there. Also, I've got Syrian Falls, but that's not from Stormwall. What were those? Elder Stalegares. Oh, there's a body. Okay, so this is just gonna be basically along the edge of the cliff here. Alright, so Graham just asked, did they mention if there will be any more after Deadfire? Yeah, they're working on Avowed. Avowed is the next game in this world. I think they announced that 2 years ago? Pretty sure Avowed was 2 years ago. I don't think it was 3. I think it was 2. But if you haven't watched, they did a teaser trailer a couple years back for their Avowed game, and it's just a very short teaser snippet. It's basically they're doing the first person Skyrim slash Oblivion slash Morrowind take on things. So the next game in this world is that first person RPG. But it uses the same world setting and lore as these two games. I can't wait. Like, I love these games, the lore they established. They obviously did well enough that they can, attempt to do that with a different type of game in the same setting. So I'm happy that they were willing to take that risk. I can't wait to play it. All right, let's pause. Go to Aloth. I want to do an AoE. One cloud. Hang on, how does that cast? There we go. Oh, so put a line of them right there. I see how that works. That was an interesting fight. That was actually kind of a challenge.
That looks like it hurt.
Oh, my wolf's about to die. Is it the third level? Yeah, it's this one. No, it's not it. Yeah, my wolf's down. Alright.
I won't go down so easy.
Finally getting into some challenging fights here. Speaking of which, I should probably go ahead and save. Warhammer Boots of Stability. 30 defense against prone attacks, against push attacks. Okay, nothing south of here. Let's go ahead and save this. Alright, can't go across the river there. Bridge. Some ruins over here. Alright. Can I go across? Yeah. Ooh, what is this?
I'll take a peek.
Obviously, this is something for something. God, the music is really eerie here.
I'll take a peek.
Pillars. Oh, those are some big pillars.
I'll teach you a lesson!
I have something here that works.
Might actually need to rest. Oh, what the fuck are those? Ogres. Oh my god, that's a lot of ogres. So I've been largely letting them just do what they want on auto. And I'm finally getting into content where that's not going to be the case. So hold up a second here. 56 minutes. That was the most recent. Because this is actually getting to the point where my characters I've played this whole game, this is my 11th or 12th session or whatever. I've never had to pause the combat on easy mode. And I'm getting into stuff that's not so easy anymore. Micromanagement. Or did I accidentally change the difficulty settings? I don't remember. Let's check that real quick. No, I'm still on story time. Alright, let's go back this way.
Laying low.
Wish it would autosave more frequently. Nothing up here, but I just want to double check again. Alright, so let's go ahead and have him cast I probably should rest then, because all their spells are down too. I'll stay with damage reduction too.
Mow it.
I'll teach you a lesson! Lava! Lava will be on secret!
I wonder how much of that was the fact that I just hadn't taken a rest until all my spells were used up, because all of a sudden I'm back to kicking ass with the party. What is this?
Keeping an eye out.
Okay, that leads me to nowhere. That also doesn't let me go to Hearthsong. We'd have to go down through. I bet I have to go through the bridge at the very bottom. Oh. Well, there's somebody hunkered down here. Who are you? The man on the ground gasps for air, clutching his chest as he struggles. On closer examination, you see his red cloak obscures the full extent of his injuries. His face whitens as blood pools around him. Please, traveler. He reaches out, arduously extending his hand to you. Help him get to his feet. No, do not trouble yourself. He moans, slumping out of your grip. This body is a ruined shell, but my soul will live on. This is all that matters. What happened? Forgetful. So careless, he mutters, blood seeping from his lips. Cuts on my knuckles from morning's practice. He holds his blood-soaked hand out in front of him. The Stelgers, they smelt the blood on me. Thought they'd found the next meal. The man reaches down and clutches his left leg, his finger running along a jagged length of bone protruding from his knee. They were almost correct. The man lets out a long sigh and smiles at you with a slow, knowing nod. You are known to us, Watcher. We know you have treated others honestly, fairly. His voice becomes pale and lapses into a wide smile. And I have need of someone trustworthy to finish my mission. Tell me of your mission. This must be delivered to my order. The monk weakly grasps for his satchel, drawing from a messenger's scroll case. Take it, he rasps, waving the missive at you. It needs to be carried to the celestial sapling. Give this to my brothers. They will reward you. Do not open it, he cries out, his voice cracking. The contents are for my brothers only. The seal is broken. They will. Blood erupts from the man's mouth, streams of red oozing down his neck. His head slumps backward and his body goes still. So I could choose to use a dexterity roll here. Examine the scroll case. The scroll case is crafted of darkly stained oak in the likeness of a thin tower. Along its length, 5 wax seals adorn the case, each with its own symbol. A small flame, an open palm, a crescent moon, a shining sun, and a balanced scale. The seal more than likely would break if you were to try and open the case. I could try for a dex roll. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 2 was awesome. Oh no, I pre-ordered Baldur's Gate 3 the day that it became available for pre-order, like 3 years ago. When it launched last 2 Octobers ago, you know, I loved how they said, "Oh yeah, there's 25 hours of gameplay." I got 60 out of my first playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 Early Access. It's gonna be great, but I try not to play it too much because I don't want to spoil it for myself. So I played when it first launched. I did a thief, then I did a ranger at the same time. Got up to around 100 hours of gameplay. Then I left it alone. When the druid came out, I did the druid 1 to 3 just to, you know, run around and do some stuff with the druid. And the same thing when the bard launched. I did like 1 to 3. But it's all content I've seen before, so I have not touched any of the other content in the early access. I've just tried some of the new classes. So I'm keeping that one unspoiled so that when it launches at the end of the year, I'm ready to go. I'm not a thief character, so my dex is high. I'm totally gonna look this up. I don't remember ever coming across this. Dying monk. Okay, good. That's what I thought. All right, just wanted to double check. Very, very carefully open the scroll case. With a measured hand, you very slowly massage the wax seals until you feel each seal slowly give way without cracking. When you are done, each seal visibly appears still intact, and only a small application of heat is needed to reseal the container and hide any evidence of tampering. Before doing so, you read the scroll contained within. Rejoice, seekers! The judicious application of pain has loosened the tongue of our informant. The artifact we seek has recently been moved to Elm's Reach. It should be secured in a residence near the entrance to the settlement. The informant suggested it is likely stashed away under the floor. We haven't doing much in our pursuit of this hallowed relic. Soon our efforts will come to fruition. The Council of Archmartyrs awaits your triumphant return. Do not fail us. Alright. Oh, I'm hard saving after that. Oh, cool beans.
Now this I haven't seen before.
Uh-oh. Did we get stuck in something? And this is why you save. Because we got stuck in the tree geometry. Look at this.
They'll never know I'm here.
Well, it's a good thing I hard saved just a minute ago. Yeah, Baldur's Gate 2 still stands for me. Storyline wise, I mean the gameplay's not good either, but it's the graphics. The graphics are really hard to swallow. You know, even if I have fond memories of the game.
And the fire shows me something new.
Alright, let's try to not get stuck in any trees. Oh, these ogres are still no joke. Alright, hold up. I need to get to Aloth because he needs to do a manual spell here. I'm gonna get you bastards back here. I think it's second level. Yeah, this one. Alright, let's go ahead and drop a heal too. That ought to get us all. That was a pretty rough fight. Oh, we got a whole bunch of goodies. Alright, I'm going to save after that one. Ooh, no wonder they were guarding a cave entrance. Oh, this is dope. Alright, hold up. Let's go down here and explore the rest of this zone, then we'll come back to that cave. There's an Audra circle here. Or Audra pillars. There's an arch over here. I still think one of my favorite parts in a video game of all time is when you get to the Underdark in Baldur's Gate 2, and you can have those spell battles with down there in that wizard pit in the Underdark. It was one of the coolest things. And then I remember, yeah, my mind was blown at the time because you had all the different class quests, and also all your party members had their own quests, and you could do romance options and everything. It was so much beyond what Baldur's Gate 1 was, which was a great game, and I love Baldur's Gate 1. Baldur's Gate 2 was just something else entirely, and I'm really looking forward to 3 because I think they're gonna pull it off. I mean, obviously it's not a 6-man party system like I would like. It's only 4 people in your party, but from what I've seen so far, it's really, really good storytelling, and it's as close as I've ever seen somebody get to creating a tabletop game in a CRPG. And I will say that the other game that I think right now is as good as, even though it's on an indie budget, is Solasta, if you've never played Solasta. Also, can't forget the Pathfinder games that Owlcat Studios did. They've made some really good CRPGs that use this same sort of model. I can't wait for Rogue Trader. Like, I know nothing about Warhammer. That's the game that's going to get me into Warhammer.
Light, flame, and sound. We'll see ourselves.
Alright, we got a chest and something else. The bones have been snapped and crushed by massive teeth.
A simple test. That's settled.
Shimmering cloak, range deflection bonus, mirror spell, minus purple mirror image. Fenwalkers. Does he have anything? He's not wearing any boots yet, so let's give him those boots. I think I like the one I have. Alright, we're done here, so we need to get out of that bridge. Ooh, what do we got going on here?
Anyone suspected of treachery must be reported at once.
Theos is here.
Good, you have come. You have heard of the recent defections from our order caused by this apostate in Kratom.
An answer floats to the surface of your consciousness, remembered from years ago.
This is a dangerous woman whose lies spread like plague. She inspires chaos, sows conflict. Because of these unusual circumstances, I am speaking to all our initiates personally to ensure there is no more dissension.
You mean because she was one of us?
Who she was no longer matters. If her following continues to grow, there will be war, and all our work will be undone. You were recruited from Kratom, were you not? You must have known this heretic woman, Yavara.
As hearing her name, the flood of memories comes pouring into your mind. Ooh, you have many options. Why don't we go with the mentor option? Why not?
I pray her old teachings were less blasphemous than the new. Was it worthwhile, this mentorship?
Sure. I learned to be strong in my convictions.
Indeed. If she had held true to hers, we wouldn't be in this position. I am trusting you to remain loyal to the gods in this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer to me as well.
I understand. Alright, so another flashback scenario here. There's some boars here. An elder boar. There we go, we go to Hearthsong now. Search Twin Elms for signs of chaos. Estimable, still.
Estremor?
The warrior saunters over, a sneer of suspicion visible beneath streaks of paint. He glances at your gear before favoring you with a long look. A another fugitive from the burning city. The 6 tribes of Air Glanfeth welcomed you to Twin Elms. Before you lies the Hearthsong district. You are free to explore it, but do not let your feet stray into other districts. These are forbidden to Estremor. Why is it forbidden? Man, that music is so awesome. That's really ethereal stuff, man. Twin Elms is a sacred city built where the first keepers of the stone met the builders. It exists alongside the works of the builders, and it is the only place in all of Glanfeth what is permitted to set foot among these sacred sites. The Estremoran, however, do not have proper respect for the stones here. His words trigger something in your memory. You see an image of a perfect cube of Adra. Just as quickly, the image fades. A leader of one of the tribes could give you the permission of the city. Only Anamanfeth Bethel is present at the Passage of 6 today, and she has her own troubles. He jerks his head at a long hut in the middle of the district. Okay. Who are the builders? The Angwithians. Okay. What are the keepers of stone? The oldest of the 6 tribes. He points the tip of his sword at a long hut behind him. Up the stairs into the Passage of the 6. This is where our Amafatha gather. Bethel, the Anamantheth of the guided compass, can tell you more. Okay. Word has reached our ears that the riots have ended and the gates of Defiance Bay have opened once more. Okay. Alright. What kind of a map? Oh wow, we have a whole bunch of places. Let's go to here.
I'll see what I can find.
Never been out this way before. Hard to believe it's the same country.
Alright. We don't have to go straight there, do we? So there's different districts here. I don't remember this place at all. Passage of the 6th in the middle of Hearthsong. What about Pellegrina? Twin Elms. It's not here though. Alright, well let's go to the Passage of the 6. A tabby cat snaps out of its placid stupor as you approach. It opens its eyes wide, following your every step. Before trotting to your side to rub against your legs, you've gained an item, Orange Tabby Cat. Well, guess what, Orange Tabby Cat? I love you, Mr. Black and White, but we got a new kitty cat. Hey, Mr. Tabby. No, I don't. I'm not a sucker for cats. Not at all. I don't know what you're talking about. There's no cats in my house. There's no. Passage of 6. Hang on, was there like an entry down here that I missed? Oh, this was the entrance right here, perhaps. I was looking at the dot on the map and not the actual, excuse me. Alright, before we go any further, I have got to bio. I'm going to get another cup of tea. I'll be right back.
don't suppose you're ready to move on.
Well, I said I was going to get tea, and I ended up getting the bowl of granola. I got to answer some comments here before we continue. Speaking of which, has there been an update today? They did say either today or tomorrow. I think the most recent thing was the working conversation post. I haven't seen anything new from the D&D folks. All right, let's see here.
I don't suppose you're ready to move on.
Yes, we're all about to move on. God, Aloth, jeez, like, give me 5 minutes, bro. All right, I'm gonna mute my mic for a minute because I gotta challenge some. All right.
Wait. I don't know if I should go through with this. Make the trade deal with the Unmissable. If a valiant deal with the Glanfathens weakens the Deerwood, it could mean war for the Republics in the future.
What other options do you have?
I could put the idea in the Unmissable's head that the Republics are not interested in exclusive trade, but limited trade of goods that they do not already trade with the Deerwoodens.
So follow your heart. She nods her head resolutely. Excuse me.
Another Estramore. What do you want?
I'm looking for another who passed through the city.
Few Estramoran are given the freedom of our sacred city. That you ask for this person is suspicious. There are reasons we don't let you Estramoran roam our sacred city. Reasons I am coming to understand.
You're having some kind of trouble? Maybe I could help. No, she's saying no dice.
Looters have grown bolder at the sights of the builders. The people of Defiance Bay set fire to their own city. And every week, the three Tusk Stelgar bring news of more desperate settlers pushing at our borders, trying to escape their plague of Anolfane children.
Suddenly, you feel the presence of someone else in the hall. She continues to glare at you, but something has stepped out of her skin. It reaches out to you.
Permitting more strangers the freedom of the city is out of the question right now. Go and be thankful that Anamfath Shemak doesn't sit in the passage of the Six today.
Well, what was that?
He would not be so kind as I.
It's a bad idea to eat on stream when it's a dialogue-heavy game that I need to be reading dialogue for. Ha! Ha! Give me 2 seconds here. Granola was the wrong choice. A vision of an Orland man appears near Bethwell. He has the same green-brown fur and hazel eyes as she does. Help me reason with him. He points behind you. Turning, you see the ghostly shapes of 5 other Anamapha. Another Orland with tawny fur and a scarred face, a frowning dwarf, a black-furred Orland, and 2 elves. You're angry about something. I hear it in your voice. What is it? Are the outrages I listed for you not enough? Trouble brews, and none of it is my choosing? The spectral Orland takes another step from her, setting his foot down with a slow, heavy motion. Tendrils of essence strain between them, and he grimaces and leans forward as if struggling against a gale. The angry Amenfath winces. Amenfath. God, I can't pronounce that word. War. The spectral Orland's voice is a rasping croak. They're headed for war. Remind them of Fairwolf's warning. Oh, so I'm speaking this to her. Got it. Fairwolf's soul image gasps. Taut threads of essence tug at him, drawing him back into the these words. Amenfath. He looks up at you again. I tried to tell them. The builder's souls have touched even the Estramoran.
You'd better explain yourself.
I'm going to repeat that. Builder's souls have touched even the Estramoran.
There's no way you could have known this saying. Not unless you are a Galoos on Anums.
I am.
A watcher of souls.
So Fairwolf tried to warn the other tribes about something. What was it?
Feralt's warning came before the Broken Stone War. Feralt, my ancestor on my mother's side, was Anamfath of our tribe then. When the Estramoric farmers defiled the builders' monuments, Feralt urged the other Anamfatha to patience, but louder, angrier voices prevailed.
Okay.
Feralt believed that the invaders could be taught to respect the builders as we do. He also believed the builders' souls had spread to all peoples, and that we should avoid needless conflict with others. More practically, he worried that a violent response would only spur further bloodshed across the generations, and you can see where we are today.
Well, after 2 wars with the Deerwood, his warning's pretty relevant.
While Feralt's words were shrewd, they were ignored back then. Simply remembering his warning now will not undo the wars and the changes that the years have seen. There is blood on these stones, and that is all anyone remembers now.
An image of a polished Audra cube flashes into your mind. There is writing on the sides, but the image is too faint for you to read it. She turns away from you and looks at the ground, gnawing a pointed claw. You can't change the past, but your choices now still matter. She looks at you sadly. Yes, that is the problem.
Another Estremor came through here a few days ago, and, well, letting him through was a mistake. One I am eager not to repeat. The Guided Compass tribe has a reputation for being too soft with Estremoran. One that will not be improved by my failure to stop this man who has desecrated our most sacred sites.
Sounds like the man I came here to stop.
I won't repeat a mistake in my haste to correct it. We bar Twin Elms from Estremoran to protect the ancient places that the builders left behind. The builders left this heritage to us to defend, but they alone had access to it.
So we're not getting in.
On this much, at least the 6 tribes agree.
But we're going to have to do something to earn her trust. You again see the polished Adra cornerstone in your mind. This time, the image is clearer. Each face of the stone is inscribed with a phrase you know by heart. You feel your lips form the words. A gift from the builders of civilization to the guardians of their legacy. May the guardians watch the door while the builders keep the key.
These were the words given to the keepers of the stone.
I know.
Very well. The city is yours to explore. Tell the guard at the gate that you come to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the Guided Compass. If the gods have truly returned one of the builders to us, find the Delimgon of Ter Evron in Elm's Reach. If the gods have sent you here with a purpose, the Delimgon will know.
Okay, perfect. Alright, one of my companions wishes to discuss a trade issue with you. Yes, the veiling and godlike blessed of Halea. So they say. And a diplomat of the Bells. I understand you would be sitting with trade assurances from your masters? Revered Anamenfath, it is true I was chosen to convey these assurances, but understand that I was fashioned more for war than etiquette. In these dangerous times, perhaps it is better to send warriors to do diplomats' work. Indeed. Anamenfath, regarding the exclusive trade agreement, her voice quavers slightly and her golden eyes dart in your direction. Nod your head, smiling warmly. The Republics feel it would be in the best long-term interest of all parties if you maintained your traditional goods trades with the Deerwood. A strange turn. What do the Republics want then? Trondra Terra Pearls. Trade will be picking up quickly here on them in the Eastern Reach. You will buy them exclusively from us for the next 5 years, and in exchange we will be your exclusive mark for Adraban and Gerogolan for the same period. An interesting proposition. We will send emissaries south to discuss the details at greater length. Your appearance here speaks well of your Duke's intentions. Revered Anamenfath.
That's it. My position in the Brotherhood gone. I can't believe I just made up new trade terms to the Glanfath and Anamenfath. Postinago.
You did the right thing for the republics, even if the dukes can't see it from their vantage. You'll deal with the disapproval leader.
Verus. They have a saying in Biagepe. New gold clears even the oldest debts. If I'm right, all will be forgiven. If not, there's nothing I can do about it now.
Woot! Alright, so now we need to find our way to Elm's Reach. Hold on, we have a resolution in our... At the time, merchant ship was sunk by Adrian Pryor. We already read this. So we sent the ranger out to deal with this. After traveling north from Godhammer Citadel, Sagani arrived in the Red Saren port city of Benhalt. Several of the pirates had landed there and sold much of their stolen booty. Tips and rumors from merchants and criminal elements led Sagani to the Bone Isles, a small archipelago northwest of the Red Saras. The more foolhardy pirates put up a fight, but most of them fled with small scraps of cargo. In the end, Sagani managed to recover over half of what was stolen. One item, a small, curious diving bell, went unclaimed by the conglomerate of merchants that had paid for the recovery. So we're going to see what that is in our inventory. I need to hire some more hirelings. I have to be at the keep, don't I? How did I lose? Somehow I lost a couple of hirelings. It's not good. Alright. Elm's Reach. Still, Estremol. The rest of the city is forbidden except by order of one of the Animathatha. Trespassing in the Twin Elms is punishable by death. I came to see the cornerstone with the blessing of the guiding compass. The guard scowls and looks at his companion, who nods back. He turns to you again, his knuckles whitening around the shaft of his spear. Always too cozy with Estremoran. Go then, mind your steps around the sacred stones. Elm's Reach. Alright. Okay, where are we going to now? placed near Tir Evron. That's up there. So basically we just need to go up and through here.
You have stayed true to our cause, Inquisitor, when so many others have not. For every heretic we confess, for every betrayer that burns on our pyres, new sheep continue to flock to Iavara ex Incios. But not you. I underestimated you in the beginning, but no longer.
You honor me, Grand Inquisitor.
It is not for honor that I summoned you today, but for duty. Too many of our own have confessed upon the wheel and the rack and the flame. Too many of our faithful have had their minds poisoned by the Kratom witch. The tide is against us now. We have but one option. Iavara's following must see her exposed for what she is. She must confess her heresy before my court. Not in Kratom, surely. Their lord has embraced her heathen faith and protects her with his army. But in Oceanus, things would be different. The king of Oceanus is a sinful man. We have helped him to see the error of his ways, and now he fears for his soul. He would pay any price for absolution.
How are we gonna get her to attack?
You have already done much for the Inquisition. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
Sacrifice, man. Cannon fodder. Two identical women seem to fade into view as they move away from the great trees that camouflage them. Their skin is tree bark, ridged and scaly, wreathed in a curling tangle of roots, buds, and blooms. Their hair hangs beneath the shade of serrated leaves like the drooping branches of the elms above, and the pupils of their eyes are encircled by hundreds or even thousands of concentric rings, as if to mark the accumulated wisdom of millennia.
Turn around, flesh creature. Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms.
Do you not feel it, sister? Something familiar. An ancient soul, like the other one. Another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell him and be troubled no more. It would pay the debt of his predecessor.
So it would seem, Rhiannon. But we must not hasten to judgment. I see a different motive here. Different questions in these eyes.
What of it, young trespasser? Is it as my sister says? Or are you here to stain this place with foul deeds?
I seek a man who came through here. It sounds as though you've already met him.
There, by his own admission, Sheetha.
Really, sister? And you wonder why your leaves begin to fall out before midsummer. Clearly that man did not want to be followed. Whatever the relationship here, I suspect it is anything but cordial. The answer is yes, old one. We crossed paths with Theos not long ago, and we can tell you where he went. But I find it curious that anyone would seek him out. Suspicious, even. If we are to help you find him, we would know why.
He must face justice for his transgression.
I like him better now, Sheetha.
Indeed. A kindred spirit, it seems. But that's what this is really about, isn't it? You are tied to him. I see it now. You are awakened. Your soul is awake, and something once buried deep now wells to the surface. Past overwhelms present, closes in around you. Your time has nearly reached its end. I am sorry to tell you this, but Theos cannot give you what you seek. Nor can any man. An awakening cannot be undone, any more than your past can be undone.
What's she mean? I thought Merwold said... This is permanent. did not come down this road together to be refused passage by a pair of talking saplings. Maticho, there must be some other way.
The soul is formless without a past to shape it. Did you truly expect to be able to wipe it away?
I had to believe in something.
You would rather believe in a comforting falsity than accept a hard truth. A common trait among your kind. Endearing in some ways, but it is an obstruction. A lie within a lie. It is only when you face that truth, abandon hope of salvation, and digest its uncompromising absoluteness, that a soul's true nature is laid bare. However, as much as my sister speaks truly that there is no way back from an awakening, there may yet be a way forward. Would you agree, Shiva? I would. Were the way not so likely to end in death.
Oh, explain yourselves.
Theos, you must already know by now. You are linked by a common past. Something about it lingers within you, festering, unresolved. What it is I cannot see any more than you. And without that knowledge, your doom is certain. But were you to learn the source of this discord, perhaps it could be put to rest. Though it is equally possible it will trouble you as much now as it did then, and merely speed your condition to its end.
How do I unlock the rest of my past?
You might wait for it to come on its own, of course. But when it comes, it will replace your sanity's last breath. Such is the nature of your condition. Or you could learn it from someone who already knows.
Theos.
It is said the gods made his memory perfect, that he may never forget his charge. If he ever knew, he still does. Not that he would tell you, of course.
Of course not.
You have followed the right person for the wrong reason, it seems. We see it often beneath the elms. The soul dragging mind and body to unknown places for unfathomable reasons. You may have wandered into Theos's path many times, in many lifetimes, without an awakening to show you why.
Huh.
The only thing that's certain is you did not find what you sought.
Alright, you guys know where he went?
He has gone down beneath the tower to a place older than we, where the people of Engwith once walked. He makes his way to the buried city, Sun and Shadow. May he stay down there and rot with the remains of his people. He may yet. He won't be returning the way he came, that much is certain. He opened a secret path in the tower's base, and saw it destroyed behind him through some vile means.
How else can we get down there?
We know of one. On the burial isle, through the court of the penitents, Braeth Yaman. A shortcut, in fact. Don't be cruel, sister. The way my sister speaks of is not for the faint of heart. A great pit at the center of a forgotten court, where faiths were judged in place of crimes. To most, it is simply a gateway to death. With the help of the gods, it can take you where you want to go.
What do you mean?
The pit is said to have been a means of judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach Sun and Shadow. The court is old. We do not know much for certain, but it would seem only the gods themselves can grant passage.
Okay, what is this
No more
court?
than a ruin now. It is older than we, a place for the trial of heretics. We were not here to witness it, but at one time there was a group that refused to acknowledge the gods. Neither the first nor the last, of course, but these were numerous and all put on trial for it. Those who did not repent were cast into the pit and imprisoned below. The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people, but for their souls, and their sentences were eternal. It is said that many of the condemned repented and were permitted by the gods to ascend from the pit, so long as they pledged their service to one of them. But these are old legends.
Okay. How would I ever get the gods to help me?
Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself and a place of communion with all gods. If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it.
Who would I pray to? Any gods you
I
can.
would pray first to those gods you like best. I hope for your sake the feeling is shared. Before you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious. If you were to subdue your enemy, what would you do with him? What would give you peace?
I wish to undo the harm he's caused. No, I think mostly for me it's about understanding my history so maybe put to rest. Perhaps. Nah, it's better to say I won't know until I get there.
A great many questions still to be answered. All the same, think on this matter. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the difference, not just to his soul, but to yours. And be warned. Some questions have answers that can never be learned, and it is those that trouble the soul above all others. May you find an answer to yours.
Well, we just got a major lore dump right there for everything we've been working on for the past, like, 25 hours or so that I've been playing this game. 30 hours. It's a whole lot of stuff to work on. I am going to be wrapping this up here, everybody. I'm an hour and a half in, and I'm getting sleepy, and I've been up since 4 o'clock. About 3:30, actually. So I know Chris was taking a nap when I came in here a little while ago. And I think my granola sent me into my food coma, because now I'm just like, yeah. So I'm going to go get a nap. What is today? Today's Thursday. I will probably stream tomorrow afternoon. My objective today is, once I get up from a nap, I'm going to go work on dialogue for our point-and-click game. I got some scenes I need to work on for my brother. And then tomorrow, I've got to record a video for Saturday morning. And then once I'm done with that, I think I've already got enough stuff prepped. I might do Saturday mornings and then Sunday mornings videos. We'll see. Kind of tomorrow also, they're supposed to be making their announcement on the next iteration of the OGL for D&D. So I'll be wanting to stay on top of that tomorrow, because they've been making those announcements randomly on the D&D Beyond. Yesterday's announcement was what, noon? So they might make another announcement noon tomorrow. So I'll be sticking around trying to make sure I'm on top of that. In any case, I might stream tomorrow afternoon. It's going to depend on when they get that update out. Because if they don't get the update out in the early afternoon, like noonish, I probably won't stream tomorrow. Because I want to make sure that I'm free to be able to immediately jump on that news article when it comes out. I still got to put out the video from last week's session of Minecraft with my brother and my nephew. It's uploaded, I just haven't cut it yet. And I've still got to cut tomorrow's video for the homesteading page, because Chris made a big pot of beans. So I got to get that video prepped. Today's video was the campfire tater wedges I've been cooking. Anyway, like, subscribe. Thanks for the follows, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Don't forget to support with super chats on these live streams. Also, memberships down below. There's 3 different tiers. Don't forget the Patreon page for that world map behind me. That's what I'm going to be working on this afternoon after my nap. Catch everybody later.